Okay, welcome to Board Game Empire. We're going to be showing you kind of how to play. This game, it's easy, but there's a lot. You kind of have to go through the instruction book, which is very well written. It's very well written, but it's a lot. Just prepare to spend about an hour or more setting up and learning the game. Just going to be honest.
So now almost over 20 pages?
Yeah, the book's, but it's very thorough. It's very well written, but it is 20 pages, and you do need to read all of it. And there's an additional, there's like an initial setup page that you read, and then it leads you to the actual rule book. And then there's this one also. You don't really need to read it. You can. By the time you read all the other, I'm going to be honest, I didn't make it through all the things about the characters. But it does have the intro to Battle 1. We're very hopeful we'll win this one. We were defeated badly the last game. But if you do win, you go to this page, Battle 1 Conclusion, and you get to open up another deck, which gives you, I think, more cards. Like bonus cards or something is what they're called. I'm not sure. We didn't get that far. But it is a fun game. Just be prepared to invest. But we spent 3 hours learning and playing the first game and setting it up. It's kind of a lot. But I can see once you got through that learning curve, it didn't take us that long. How long did it take us to set it up? 20 minutes? 25? 15. The setup's not that bad once you know what you're doing. Of course, we're replaying the same one, so you would need to kind of go through, but still, it's not. The characters start with the same starting hand and starting deck, which is specified on their mat, so you're not going to spend as much time setting it up on future games. So this is one, it's an investment if you purchase this game, but it is a fun game. So, and it's hard. Because I could see if you have more players how it may be easier to beat the Experiment 53, but I believe, also picked the wrong characters. We were playing with Kale and Takran. Kale was, she didn't really have any special abilities, whereas Zana, she's the elder. She's the mother of Takran. Both of them have cool special abilities. Hers is very good in the sense that she adds, when you have all your power charges, she can add life to the Gravehold. So, because you lose the game either when both players are exhausted, that's how we lost, which means you lose all your lives. You start with 10 lives each, and then you have 30 lives on the Gravehold. So, the way you lose the game is either both players becoming exhausted or going to 0 on the Gravehold. I think now that we have Zana, she will help a lot more because she has these little glyphs, and she has cards in her deck called Glyph Carver, which allow her to add these glyphs on top of these cards that you buy. And so this will definitely help us tremendously, because there was only 2 of us, and although there's only one nemesis, it goes 2 turns along with our 2 turns each, so it's very equal. And it got to where we couldn't beat the minions. We had to choose between the minions or the Mauls. The Mauls are on the experience. You're battling the Mauls. There's 4 of them. They each have 20 life. The way you win the game is getting rid of all the Mauls. But in the meantime, you also have minions that appear that constantly cause damage or constantly each turn the nemesis goes if you don't defeat them. So it was really hard. But these glyphs allow you, that she has, it kind of expedites things. Like you can cast one of your prep spells. So normally you have to prep the spell, which what that means is either focus your breach. I have 3 breaches. He has 4. All the other characters start with an open breach. Zana, I think because she's kind of overpowered, she does not start with an open breach. Beyond your open breach, you pay. You have this one upside down. You pay to open them or focus them. Focus focusing costs less, but you have to pay each time you want to prep a spell there, and you turn the breach to the next section, and it costs a different amount. Like this one starts, it's always 2 on this particular one, the breach 2, to focus it, and focusing means you could put a spell on there. You can focus as many times as you want, but if you open it, you pay the open cost. It's open for the rest of the game. So, but you basically place your spell on one turn, which is prepping it. You cast it on your next turn. So what this one does, this glyph, you may cast one of your prep spells. So say Anthony put a spell there, then he bought this card. He would be able to cast that spell during the same turn. So I could see how she will be very helpful. Gain 1 charge. That's down here. This is your charges that allow you to activate your special ability. She requires 5, and so does Anthony's character, requires 5. Once I have 5 charges, I can activate during any player's main phase. I add 5 to the grave hold, 5 lives, and I place 2 of these glyphs on top of any cards. So I could see how I will constantly be placing these glyphs, which will help us tremendously. The other one is gain a card that costs 3 or more ether or less, or 3 ether or less from any pile, so you get a free card. That's very helpful. That's another one. You can cast your prep spell. This one is focus your close breach with the lowest cost. So I mean, she's definitely going to be a tremendous help. So I know I've skipped around a lot, but so I've told you how to win and how to lose. You have your supply deck, and the currency in this game is ether. You cannot stockpile ether. Your ether is basically gained by your cards. Crystals gain you 1 ether each. We each have different cards in our decks. I have the Glyph Carver, which I can have a choice. I can either gain 1 ether, or I can place a glyph token on top of any of those cards. So she only has 3 crystals right now, but that's 3 ether. But you can buy cards like this one. There's 2. This one's 3 ether, and that's the way you know. It's in the upper right corner. That's how much ether that card costs. So it's the Molten Peridot. When you buy this card, you place it, as soon as you buy a card, you place it on top of your discard pile. And that's another thing. The discard pile, they're very particular on their discard pile. When you cast a spell or buy a card, it immediately goes on top. You never shuffle your discard pile. You don't put your cards you played in till the very end, the last phase, which is the draw phase. Like say I played all 5 of these cards. This is where you could kind of strategize about your deck. You could place these, however, in any order. So you decide which order you want them in your deck. Then say I've depleted my deck, because you always have at the draw phase, you draw 5 more cards. So this is actually my starting deck. This is my starting hand. This is my starting deck. And you also your starting deck has to be in a certain order. So it's from left to right. And you put them just like that, in that same order. So after my first turn, say I've discarded all my cards, pretend these aren't here. You don't shuffle your discard pile. You simply flip it over and put it back on the deck side. So they're always in the same order that you discarded. They're very particular on that rule. So back to the ether. So you're gaining ether through your cards. You're buying things from the supply. There's gems, relics, and spells. The spells obviously do damage by attacks. You would prep those spells in one turn, use them in the next turn, unless you have one of the glyph tokens or a card that allows you to use it right away. The relics kind of give you special abilities that you can help because this is a cooperative game, so it allows you to help your partner that you're playing with or partners. Or you can destroy it and gain 2 charges, or an ally may destroy a card in his hand. That player may gain a card that costs up to 2 ether more than the destroyed card. So say Anthony had previously bought this card that cost him 4 ether. If he wants to destroy that one, he could then get this card for free that costs 6 ether. That's the highest card in there in this supply. And that deals 5 damage. Trust me, you're going to want to deal 5 damage because each maul, which are these that you're fighting, they have 20 life points each. So if you take one out for 5, you've taken a quarter of its life out right there. So that's definitely a goal, to get as many of those higher hitting cards that you can. So the characters we were playing, we were never able to hit very hard enough to make that big of a difference before the minions kept moving up, because there's cards that make you move these maul tokens forward, and when they get on these spaces that have words on them, that's damage. It's damages to you. When you hit one of the mauls for 3 or more, you get to move the token backwards. But again, as far as we know, maybe we were playing it wrong, but when we landed on the words again when it moved backwards, we took that damage again. So if we're playing that wrong, please let us know. I couldn't find anything in the rule book stating otherwise. So as far as we know, when you land on a space, you do what it says. So, but there's the Nemesis, there's a thing called Unleash. And what Unleash means is you move any maul token 2 spaces forward towards the end of the track. So once this thing gets to the end of its track, they're pretty evil. So, and it stays there unless you move it backwards. So if, say you're down to 2 mauls and it's saying unleash twice, you have to unleash 2 times, which means you're moving 2 maul tokens forward twice. Or if they're at the end of their track, you just do whatever it says. So that one, any player suffers 4 damage, Gravehold suffers 3 damage. So we're combined taking 7 damage when it gets to that end. Those are evil. We didn't play that, thank God we didn't play the increased difficulty. That, I can't imagine making it even harder. So the maul has also has special rules on it. When you move a maul token forward onto a space with an effect, you resolve that effect. Oh, it says when you move it forward. So backwards, maybe you don't do the effect.
Oh.
We didn't read that closely. I don't think you do the effect when you move backwards, because it says when you move a token forward onto a space with an effect, resolve that effect. And then if a maul token starts to move forward any number of spaces while it's at the end of its track, instead resolve the effect of the space that it's currently on. When a player would deal damage to Experiment 153, that a player deals all of that damage to a single maul instead. When a player deals 3 or more damage with 1 instance to maul, move the token back 1 space. So I don't think we do resolve the effect, because that specifically says forward onto a space.
Yeah.
So we're not going to do those when we move it backwards. It's because it did seem like it was double jeopardy, because moving back is supposed to help you, buy you more time. So that makes sense. But we were honestly, we were dead no matter what. The minion took us out.
Yeah. Because
it was evil. We had 2 of them out, and they were just making us unleash twice every time. And the Nemesis got 2 turns in a row. That's another thing I'll go over in a minute, how you do your turns. It's not your conventional clockwise type of thing. Okay, when the maul token is on the 1st or 4th space of its track, it cannot be moved back. So these in red are the 4th spaces. When it's on one of those, you can't, if you hit that one for 3, you can't move it backwards. So you got to keep that in mind. When the maul is reduced to 0 life, you discard that token and move another token back 2 spaces. We didn't do that either.
No.
See, there's so many little rules, so many rules that you're following. Your own character's rules, the Experiment 153 rules, you have minions. There's a lot going on in this game, but it is fun. I mean, it's just that learning curve at first, but once you play it over and over, it definitely will get easier. So we missed a few things because we were so focused on learning the game. We did kill one mall, but we didn't move another token 2 spaces back. Still, the minion took us out. It wouldn't have mattered. The players win when the growth mat has no mall tokens on it. And then you also need to turn the mall or the Experiment 153 mat over. It tells you about the setup. It tells you to place the growth mat next to this mat, place 4 mall tokens. So they do guide you, but the information is in a lot of little places that you have to find. But again, that will be second nature once you play this game. The way you do your turn order, there's a turn order deck. There's different tokens. We have 2 players, so we're playing with the 1 and 2. So you place the 2 1s, 2 2s, and the 2 nemesis for a 2-player game. For a 4-player game, it's a little different. You add there's a wild. I think it's a 3-player or more.
Yeah, 3.
For 3 players or more, it's a little different. You also add a wild card, and that wild card is constantly each turn going around the table. And when the wild card comes up, that person gets to go. So it kind of gives you a bonus turn for somebody, whoever has the wild card. But we're only 2 players, so you don't include that aspect. So you could see we each get 2 turns, and the nemesis gets 2 turns. The way you figure out who takes the turns, you shuffle the turn order deck, and you just turn them over. And we were so unlucky. The nemesis got to go 2 times in a row, several times. So, but we did too. But at the time when it went 2 times in a row, it had 2 minions out. So it totally did a lot of damage to us. Like, we were both exhausted within probably 4 turns of each other, because you only have 10 life tokens. And you could still play when you're exhausted. We'll have to look it up in the book what happens when you're exhausted.
Remember, if you're exhausted, the person who's exhausted takes all the damage and goes straight to this.
Right, but you can choose.
Yeah.
When you get to choose who takes the damage, there's you kind of want to choose the exhausted person, but the damage does double when it goes on the grave hold. But it will keep your other character from becoming exhausted. So we got to that point where Anthony was taking all the damage, but it's doubled if it goes to the grave hold.
But once you're exhausted, you can't gain life back. So it's kind of beneficial to just go to the grave hall.
Your days are numbered. Let's see. I'm looking up exhausted. Okay. If a player's life is exhausted to 0, you resolve the nemesis unleash effect twice. So, again, insult to injury. You have to move a mall token up 2 spaces twice. So it deals more damage. Then the exhausted player destroys one of their breaches. So you lose one of your breaches. And if there's a spell there, you have to discard that as well. And you don't ever get that breach back. It's gone. You discard all your charge tokens you've obtained up to that point. You cannot gain lives back. And when a card deals damage to the player with the lowest life, it always deals damage to the non-exhausted player with the lowest current life. So when the card says with the lowest life, it does not mean the exhausted player. It means the other player. But when you're choosing which player, you can choose the exhausted player. It allows you to choose. If all players become exhausted, the game ends immediately. That's how we lost. So hopefully we'll do better this time since we're playing with Zana. You also have, so this is the Nemesis deck. Basically, on the Nemesis turn, on the first turn, there's nothing to do there's phases. There's the main phase. If you have minions or there's minions, attack cards, and power cards. So basically, you put them in order, you resolve them in order. So say we had 2 cards here. See, this is 2 minions we know are coming. So on the Nemesis turn, they're not the first turn, not the turn that they're turned up, but the next turn. On the next Nemesis turn, if we haven't killed this minion yet, basically any damage done to it is reduced to 1 on any spell that costs 5 or more ether. So you have to hit it with lower costing spells to really do some damage. But the persistent effect, this is the ones that get you. Gravehold suffers 2 damage. So until we kill that minion, once it comes out, every time the Nemesis has a turn, right away, our Gravehold takes 2 damage. This one, the persistent effect of this one, you move the Maul tokens on 2 different tracks, 1 space forward. So that's the first thing you do is you resolve any cards that are out there. Then you draw a card, and if it's an attack card, you resolve its effect immediately. If it's a minion or power card, you place it into play with the appropriate number of life or power tokens. So if it's a minion, you put life tokens on it. If it's a power card, whatever the power number is on the card, you put that many power tokens, and that card stays in play until you've had enough turns to deplete all the power tokens. And you remove a power token each time at the beginning of the Nemesis turn. So say it has 3 power tokens, you're going to take that damage at least 3 times, whatever its persistent effect is. And some of them will say resolve the effects immediately. You have to do those right away. The rest of the effects are not resolved until the next turn. Then on your turn, you have the casting phase, where you can cast any prep spells from your previous turn. You can place cast spells on top of your discard pile as they are cast. The main phase, you can do any order and as many times as you want any of the actions. You can play a gem or a relic card, gain a card from the supply by buying with ether, or if you have a bonus card or something that allows you to get one for free. Focus a breach, open a breach. You can prep a spell to a breach, resolve a while prepped effect. There's different effects that you might come across that says while prepped. Or you can resolve a 2 discard effect. There's cards that let you discard them to gain an effect. And you can do any or all of those as many times as you want. Then after that phase is over, you place all the gems and relics that you've played on top of your deck in any order you choose. And you draw cards until you have up to 5. And you're going to be building your deck as you buy cards from the supply. And you'll also be building your deck. Unfortunately, you not only have the Nemesis deck, you also have the Nemesis curse cards. These are horrible. They don't seem that bad at first. Like this one, Curse Shard. It seems like it wasn't that bad. But Anthony it gave him 2 of them. So you gain 1 ether, place this card on top of your deck. So basically what that's saying is, it's not saying your discard, it's saying your deck. So every time you're going to be drawing that card, it's like is it a slingshot? Or no, a boomerang. It's like a boomerang. It's always going to be in your hand. We were using the discard cards effects to discard these. Again, I think we were doing that right, but you can let us know in the comments if we weren't. But so these curses stay with you, and this one, to destroy it, you have to pay 2 ether. So you're going to want to get rid of them. He also got the Cursed Manacles. You gain 1 charge, but you also suffer 1 damage. Or to get rid of it, you have to discard 2 prep spells. So yeah, there's cards inside of the Nemesis deck that distribute the curses, and you just find the curse that it's talking about. Again, you start with a certain hand. The starting hand is on your map, and then the starting deck is also on your mat, and you do it in the order as listed on your mat. Your character cards also have more information on the back of them. Like hers is about her glyph tokens. You can set all the glyph tokens next to this map. When an ally gains a card with a glyph token on it, the ally or Zana resolves that token effect, then it's immediately returned to Zana. When she gains a card with a glyph token on it, place the glyph token on any card in the supply. When I gain a card with a glyph token on it, I place that glyph token on any card in the supply unless you're playing with one mage. When a card with one or more glyph tokens is removed from the supply, remove those glyph tokens, return them to Zana. So not only do I get to resolve the effect of the glyph token, I get to put it right back if I'm the one that gained it. So that's pretty cool. She's pretty powerful. I think we would have done way better. So you put your player number and your life tokens on your map. And Anthony's does quite a bit too. He has different powers. He starts with this one and then you move them to the different charges, right?
Yeah.
As you use
like
one. So each time he does all of his power charges, and we actually never charged ours fully. I don't think we were able to play long enough to get to that point. So his have different powers. This is the son of Zana, so I think they are the most powerful characters in this game. So I think we covered everything.
Here, so we'll have to flip that there.
Well, won't it be in our way?
Oh.
Okay, so I think we're ready to start. I hope I covered everything. There's a lot to this game, and by any means, you will have to read the books to fully understand the game. But
and it's 20 pages book. It's a book.
It's a mini book. It's a small course. But I think it's worth it. It's definitely a fun game, but definitely one you want, because how many stories are in this one?
I forget that.
Let's see how many narratives they are. 3, 4. There's 4 different narratives, so you kind of get a lot of bang for your buck, because once you beat this one, you either play it again. If you lose, you play it again. On your second time, if you lose twice, you still get to move on, and it instructs you on what to do. And there's certain cards I think you take with you to the next narrative. It's you don't open the decks until it tells you to. It's very specific on that. So it has specific decks for specific times and specific narratives. Even when we were setting up this, it had us do different decks at different times.
All the cards are numbered, so if you do redo it,
mm-hmm.
It's numbered, so you don't have to worry about it.
Right. We were worried about that to do the replay, but this game definitely has replayability.
Yeah.
Definitely. It's okay, so we're gonna get started. So to figure out who goes first, we do the turn order deck, and of course it's the Nemesis.
Wow.
So there's no minions or anything to worry about.
I put that there so that you can put the Nemesis there.
We have to do them here because we have to fight them in order. See what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
So we got the minion. So he won't do anything this turn. There's very unlikely we will be able to destroy him before we get some damage. So he just sits tight and we put 5 life tokens points on him, and basically that is the Nemesis turn. Okay, so it's not so bad in the beginning. Then Zana gets to go. That's my player number. Okay, so I'm going to play it's a gem. I'm going to play my glyph carver, and I'm going to place one of my glyphs on a card, and I know for a fact both of us will be buying probably the Molten Peridot or the Fortified Frost, which is the lowest cost cards. So I'm going to place on the 2, gain a card that costs 3 ether or more. So if Anthony purchases that card, or I purchase it, we'll automatically get one of the 3 ones for free. So I can see how she's going to be very beneficial. Okay, and then, so that was a choice. I have 4 crystals, which gives me 4 ether. And being that she is, I'm going to buy a charge for 2. Those cost 2 ether to get your charges. And I am going to buy this card for 2, but I immediately get to place this glyph again if I'm the one that gains the card. So when you buy a card, I'm going to have to move mine over. Can you still see it?
Yeah.
Okay. As soon as you gain a spell or any card from the supply, you discard it immediately. And then I don't have anything else I can do. And you have these player cards that help you. So my main phase is over. So I can discard these in any order. I definitely want that glyph card to show up right as early as possible. The glyph carver. So I'm going to put mine in that order. And you draw 5 cards for next time. Okay? And then the next person's turn, Anthony's turn. I'm going to put these here.
Oh, we didn't read this one too. When target is exhausted, graveyard suffers 1 damage per damage target suffered. Also, when target suffers damage or is exhausted and would suffer damage, move the barrier token to a different space on the barrier track and resolve the listed effect.
What's the barrier token? Oh, okay.
So
you get to resolve those effects?
Yep.
Without being charged?
Yep.
Yeah, see, we didn't...
When he gets hit.
We missed a lot.
Actually, when he gets hit with...
Because it's on the back of the player card, so we didn't read that last time.
Yeah. When target suffers damage or is exhausted would suffer damage, move the barrier token to a different space on the barrier track and resolve the listed effect.
Nice. See, that would have helped us.
Yeah.
These are OP characters. They're definitely... If you're playing 2 players or 3 players, I would suggest playing with Zana and her son Tarkin. And and the 3rd player could play, I think, either of the other 2 characters.
That's my turn?
Yep. I moved it up here because it's too crowded.
Okay, so
He's playing a spark. He's casting the spell. Normally you have more space, but so we could fit it all in the camera. So he can't, that's a spell, but he can't cast it till next turn.
This also says if you are not exhausted, gain 3 life. Otherwise, graveyard gains 3 life.
That's your ability when you're charged.
Yeah.
So that's how you use these powers. I thought you had to be charged to use them.
Yeah, that's when you get hit.
That would have been nice to know.
Yeah, there's so much to read, and we were doing this late at night, and we didn't expect to be like preparing for an hour and a half. So
yeah, it was information overload. But now this is what I'm talking about. Your second time playing through, you've already digested all the basic stuff. It allows you to actually digest even deeper. And I'm sure every time you play it, it gets deeper and deeper of your knowledge and understanding of each of the characters. Well, if you buy this one, you get a card for free.
yeah, I get that one.
So you're playing how many crystals?
2.
Okay. You gotta face up. Oh, you do those at the end.
Oh yeah.
So that goes in your discard right away.
I got a 3 one.
Mm-hmm.
So there's only 1 3.
I thought there was 2 3s, but I guess not. Okay, so he gained 2 cards. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
So whatever cards you don't play, they stay in your hand. You can't discard them unless you play them.
And you always go up to 5.
Okay. I get to go. Okay, I'm definitely playing the Glyph Carver. So, should I do gain 1 charge or gain a card?
It's up to you.
Should I put it on this one?
For what?
Where you gain a card?
So, you gain.
because you gain a card for 3 that costs 3 or less.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to gain 3 ether, and I'm going to have to. It cost me 4 to open, so I'm going to focus for 2, which means I turn it clockwise. So next time it'll be cheaper to open. I'm prepping that spell, and I'm going to put my glyph carver where it shows up sooner. You don't shuffle, you just flip them over, and you draw your 5 cards for next time. And now it's the next person's turn. The Nemesis.
I knew that was going to happen.
Okay, so first you resolve the persistent effect of the minion, which the Gravehold suffers 2 damage. So it starts at 30. I don't know if I showed that. And it's going down to 28. So we have 28 life on our Gravehold. But luckily, Zana here, when she gets all her charges, she can add 5 lives back. So, and from here on out, any damage dealt by a spell that costs 5 ether or more is reduced to 1. So we need to hit that with cards that are 4 ether or less. Then we draw another evil card. It's another minion. We knew this from I was talking about them. He costs 6 to kill, or 6 lives. His persistent, it won't take effect this turn, but next time the Nemesis goes, it will take effect. His persistence is move the Maul tokens on 2 different tracks, 1 space forward. So we have to move each of these 1 space forward, so next time. Okay, and that's the end of the Nemesis turn, and then it's Anthony's turn.
So what I'm going to do is...
You have your spell you can cast if you want.
Yeah, I'll cast it.
Oh, that's another thing. If your breach is open, you can wait and cast that spell whenever you want. If you're on a focus breach like myself, you have to cast the spell your next turn. You can't wait. So that's the advantage to having an open breach versus just paying the focus cost.
Yeah, I'm going to attack that one.
Okay. So he's attacking, which one? This one?
Mm-hmm.
For 1. So it's down to 4 life points.
Okay, I'm going to open this one. Actually, no, we need damage. I'm going to get...
Remember, you don't discard that yet.
Oh, yeah. Gain 1, you may suffer 1 damage.
How do you have 6 cards? Oh, that was your spell you cast. Sorry.
Yeah.
You're right. I was wrong. I thought you would...
Actually, I'm going to lose a life. And I am going to... Ooh, graveyard.
So he gained 5 ether with 4 crystals, and he took a damage to gain another ether.
I'm going to gain this one.
Okay. And what happens when you take damage, though? Something happens, right?
Yeah.
I wish those were on the front of the map. That's kind of annoying a little bit.
When target suffers damage or is exhausted, would suffer damage. The bearer took into a different space, and the bearer track and resolve it. Yeah, so you took damage.
Do you get to choose which space?
No, it just goes. It goes like this.
Okay. So you focus your breach with the lowest.
Focus your breach with the lowest focus cost.
You don't have enough.
Well, I don't have anything on it.
You don't have enough ether.
So
you can put those back in any order.
Yeah.
If there's a certain order you want. Okay. And now he has to flip his over so he can draw 5 cards. We shuffle the turn order deck. Turn it over. And it's Anthony's turn again.
Okay, so I am going to...
Okay, so he prepped a spell.
And I'm going to...
So he's getting 3 ether.
Yep, so...
Remember, you don't discard those till the end.
Oh, yeah. I'll get this one.
If you bought this one, you get that one and that one for free.
Yeah, but I thought you might get it. It's trying to be nice.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
Okay. All right. And you get to go again.
Oh, I only got to 5 now. Okay. Wow.
Did you have any crystals? Wow.
1. Okay, so I'm going to deal 2 damage to that one.
Okay.
You may discard a card in your hand. Deal 1 additional damage. Okay, so I am going to deal 1 additional damage.
Okay. So that card allowed him to deal 1. Oh, what was the cost of it? Okay, good. It cost 2, so he can deal the full damage, but he also could discard a card to deal 1 additional. So, and that's an open breach, so he prepped another spell. He's blocked it over next time. And now it's cool, it's my turn. So we can kill that minion. So I'm going to resolve that spell, deal 1 damage, and bye-bye minion. Okay, so now we're dealing with 1 minion this time. It's definitely more fun with Zana and Takran. We played the wrong characters last time. Okay, so I'm going to prep.
And we also have bought the expansions because this game's really highly rated, and I kind of knew we would like it.
Yeah, we need to teach our son this game. It was too late to teach him, but I really think Quentin would love this game.
Yeah.
And it would be easier if we had another person helping us battle. Oh, I don't discard that yet. So I'm going to place a glyph. I think I'm going to do gain a charge. And which card should I put it on? I'll be
Probably the lowest one.
Well, I have 3.
Or wherever one you're buying.
I have 3 crystals.
The charges of this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so.
I'm going to put it on this guy because I have 3 crystals. I'll buy that and I get it back. I get to place it again. Do you want me to place it on that same card?
Yeah.
Okay. So I gained that one. And that one's prepped for next time. And then I'm going to discard them in that order. And now I draw 5 cards.
And now I guarantee we see the nemesis.
Okay, here we go. Yep. Dum, dum, dum. Okay, so first we have to resolve the minions effect. We move 2 Maul tokens 1 space forward. Luckily, nothing happens. So, remember we saw which ones are more damaged.
The middle ones.
Okay. The 2 middle ones are meaner if you get to the end of their track. Okay, and then we draw another evil card. It's an attack card, so it happens right away. Any player gains 2 cursed shards from the cursed deck and places them on top of their deck. Or you can move 1 Maul token 3 spaces forward. Really? You're going to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Those curses are bad.
Okay.
Actually, no. I'll take the curses.
All right.
Is it 1 player or 2?
1 player gains 2.
All right, I'll take it.
Such a gentleman. Okay, that's the end of the nemesis turn.
You realize this is another nemesis.
Oh. Okay, so we have to move 2 Maul tokens, another space forwards. Should we just do those?
Yeah.
Okay. Then we draw another evil card. It's a power card. It has 2 power of 2. So you put 2 power tokens which means 2 turns starting next turn of evilness. We could spend 5 ether to discard this card if we got up to 5 ether. But once its power is, you move the Maul token farthest from the start 2 spaces forward. If this causes an effect to resolve that effect 1 additional time. So
what's this thing? Oh, you already did it, right?
Mm-hmm. So we have 2 cards we're dealing with. So that's why we never really killed the Mauls, because you're always dealing with a minion and power cards. There's like so many things you're trying to kill. It's hard. Okay, so it's my turn. Okay, so I can gain 5. I think I'm going to kill that. That's just evil. So that's my turn. So I gained 5 ether to discard of that 1 card. Oh, I get to go again. Oh, I need to draw my 5 cards. Okay, so I was supposed to use that. I need to use that this turn because you have to use them your next turn. I forgot about it. So it deals 2 damage. And if I discard a card in my hand, it'll deal an additional damage. So I'm going to do this since I would have to wait a turn to prep it. So I'm dealing 3 damage. So he's down to 3. I'm going to put another glyph token. Which one do you think would help us? You could cast one of your prep spells. Basically, you could cast it right away.
This one. I already have. Oh.
Like after you cast that one, you could cast another one and prep and
yeah, but
do it right away.
I'm already going to kill it, so it's pointless.
Well, the Mauls.
Oh, yeah.
Think I should do that?
Yeah.
On this one? The lowest cost one?
So that mean I have to buy it to do it?
Yeah.
Oh. I'm going to be buying this one.
Okay.
My turn.
Well, if I do it, I get to use it and place it again.
Alright.
Okay, and I could do it right now.
You actually have 4.
So
You
should I place it in a different spot?
Yeah. Wouldn't that be more beneficial?
Yeah. So I'm going to play, I get 4 ether. I'm going to purchase this one, which is the Twisted Fang. It's a spell card. It deals 3 damage. And where should I put this guy?
Mine doesn't matter. Right here, probably.
Okay. Yeah, we did buy a lot of those last time. So that way, when you buy it, you can cast it. Yeah, you could cast it and do it right away. Or not cast it, prep it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think I did everything. And misses. Okay, so we move 2 Maul tokens 1 space forward. Okay, so far nothing on those. We draw another evil card. It's a power card with 3 power. So that will affect us for 3 turns, and to discard it, you have to spend 7 ether. That's pretty hard. It's hard to get 7 ether.
Yeah.
So immediately, place the... Oh, I hate this one. Place the player number token of the player with the most open breaches. That's you.
Mm-hmm.
So Anthony's number goes on this card. If the player whose player token is on this has the most open breaches, that player suffers 5 damage. Otherwise, we have to unleash twice. We have to choose whether he takes 5 damage or we unleash twice. So either way, it's bad. So
okay.
That's the Nemesis turn. Anthony gets to go.
I'm killing that thing. You may discard card in your
Okay,
hand.
so we killed this minion. We haven't hit any of the malls yet. That's the whole point of the game. Okay, so he cast that. But if you're buying one, you may not want to prep one. See what I'm saying? Which card are you buying?
This one.
Oh, yeah, you're fine then.
I'll have enough for.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm buying this one.
You gain a charge.
Oh, this card I'm keeping. So.
Okay. So, it's my turn. Oh, I need to draw my 5 cards. Okay. So, I could gain 5 ether. Well, I'm going to do 3 and open this one because it's kind of hurting me a little when I get those spells.
One thing I forgot to put these on top.
Oh, yeah, you have to keep putting those on top. That's something it's easy to forget.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 crystals. Oh, and if you don't use the crystal, you might as well keep it in your hand because I'm just going to place a glyph token. I'm going to do gain 1 charge, and you could put more than 1 token on one. So you can actually get 2 effects. Okay, and I need to draw 3 more.
I'm going to pull the next one.
Okay, you're up.
Alright, so I guess I'll attack this for 1.
Which one?
The middle one. So this one goes to 4. And
19 more to go.
I'm going to get rid of these curses. So I'm using 2, the 2 I get to get rid of 1, and then 2 to get rid of the other.
How do you have 2?
You gain 1 for each one.
No, it's or. See what I'm saying? You can only get rid of 1 of them.
Well, I'm getting rid of 1.
Okay. That's the end of your turn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Pull that Nemesis.
Nemesis. Okay, so we take a power token off. So Anthony has to either decide if he wants to take 5 damage or does he want to unleash twice? And unleashing is...
I'll take 5.
Really?
It's a gain 1 charge.
But once you're exhausted, I don't think you should do that.
Alright, well, we'll
Unleash twice as you move 2 spaces, any token 2 spaces, but we have to do it twice. That one would go to, we wouldn't have anything, and that one we wouldn't do anything happen.
Alright.
Oh, did you do 3 damage
No, I did 1.
on this one?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Oh, we gotta draw the card, the other evil card. It's an attack. And when it says any player, it could be either of us. We unleash twice, which means we have to move 2 tokens twice. And any player suffers 2 damage and discards 2 cards in hand. That player gains the cursed manacles from the curse deck and places it in their hand. So if you get damage, you gain a charge. What should we do?
I'll take it.
So you get to gain a charge. You take a damage, and you have to discard 2 cards, and we need to unleash twice.
I discard 2 cards.
Mm-hmm. So this one, we don't suffer anything right now. And this one, we don't suffer anything, but they're near the end of their track. So that one goes away. that's the end of the evil nemesis turn. Oh, that sucks. Okay, so we take another power off. We have to unleash twice. Did we do that for that one?
What?
The 5. We did that where you either 5 damage or unleash twice. We did do that last.
Yeah.
We have to do it every single time.
Is this the last one? Or should I got one more?
We have to do it twice, the unleashing. Or you take 5 damage, which I don't think is worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Gravehold suffers 4 damage if we move this one. This one, any player suffers 4 damage and the Gravehold suffers 3. This one, the players, what does that say? Collectively discard 8 cards in hand. That's probably the best one.
What?
Where we discard.
Yeah, since we don't have any minions, it's not
Okay,
really that drastic.
We have to collectively discard 8. How many cards do you have? 3?
3.
So I have to discard all of mine. And we need to move one more. So I'm going to do this one. The Gravehold suffers 4. Because she can give its life back to it once I get enough charges. Okay, and then we have to draw another evil card. Wow, 11. This one has 11 life.
We're going to be dead soon.
We're doing better than last time. I feel we're doing better.
Yeah, we gone further. But we're still getting destroyed.
So this one reduced to 1 damage that is dealt by abilities and player cards during any player's main phase. The player may spend any amount of ether to deal an equal amount of the damage to this. And the persistent thing is that the Gravehold suffers 2 damage. So this one isn't quite as bad since I can heal the Gravehold. Okay, so that's the end of the Nemesis turn. Oh, really?
Okay, you need to not flip and let me flip.
I need to not shuffle. I'm the one shuffling. Well, this is the last turn of that, but we don't have any cards to discard.
Ah, that's good for me.
Should we keep it on that one?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's cheating or not, but we'll go with that one. And this one has to move. They have to move 2, right?
Yeah.
This one goes here, right? Is that what we should do?
Yeah.
Okay, so this thing goes away. And this one, the Gravehold suffers 2 damage. We're at 22. Well, we'll let you shuffle from now on. It's my turn. I don't have any cards, so I really can't do anything.
Next turn.
I'll just draw.
And you're...
Okay. So I have 2 glyph carvers. Let's see, how many do I have? 1, 2, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, you have 6 you could get?
Yeah.
You got the deal.
If I buy this, I can put those back.
Oh, yeah.
So 4. Oh. So I'm going to press that. I can cast. Wait, let me do my 4 first. Hear him snoring.
Our puppy's snoring.
So, do you want me to put it back on the same one?
Yeah.
So I get to actually cast this, and it deals 3 damage. So should we do it here or here? Because it moves back. I'm going to do this. All this does is Gravehold 2 damage.
Yeah.
So, and I gain a charge. So I'll be able to heal the grave. So, which one should I do 3 damage to? This one would move back to start. I think we should do that one.
All right.
Don't you?
Yeah.
It's hard to grab. That one moves back to start. And then I can place 2 more glyph carvers, or I can gain 2 ether.
Put it there, and you can buy that and get that one.
Well, I can't buy it.
Oh.
Because I'm.
Oh yeah, because you.
Oh, I was discarding my cards. I did that wrong. Right? Okay. I'll discard those in the end. I already did that. And I have another glyph carver. I'm going to place that one on this guy. So if you have an open space, you can literally cast it right away.
Okay. So, whose are these?
Oh, that's my discards. That's where they went.
Okay, so I don't have any cards, so I do cut my 5 and then I gotta play. So there's that. I'll do this. So gain this one and gain that one. Okay. And
Did you already have this one prepped, or did you just prep it?
just prep it. Okay, so I'm done.
Okay, here, you shuffle. My shuffling is not doing well for us. We're definitely doing better than we did the first game. Anthony gets to go again. So, if you do 3 damage to this one, the middle ones are the worst, right?
Yeah.
It'll move back 1.
I'll do 3 damage to it. And I made this card one.
Wait, which one? That's this one, correct?
This I actually did 4 damage.
Okay.
Oh, great. Actually, no. Graveyard gains 1. It's back to 23. Prep that one. And I have 4.
Ooh, don't prep that. Or wait, actually, you can cast a prep spell. So you could prep that one instead and then cast it.
Oh, this one's once I buy it?
Yeah.
Alright. So, you may cast one of your prep. It has to be prepped already.
You can prep it right away.
Yeah, but I'm buying it. You can't prep it.
Okay. I thought it, because you prep it, it's...
Yeah, but once you bought it, this...
Alright, you're right.
So, I'm buying this one. So I gain charge. And so I cast it, doing 2 damage on that one.
Okay.
Gain my card.
You can do 1 additional if you discard a card. Do you have one to discard? You don't, do you?
No, because I have to buy it.
Okay. Be sure and draw your cards. Okay, I'm going to prep that one. Three crystals. I'm going to buy a charge. Keep these in my hand. And then draw.
Nemesis.
Okay, so the Gravehold takes 2 damage, down to 21. And we draw. It's a power of 3. Okay, next time we will have to unleash twice, which we kind of set ourselves up good for that by hitting the malls. Set this card next to the growth mat for the rest of the game. What happened to the power of 3? Oh, okay, that's when you unleash. But, so set this card next to the growth mat for the rest of the game. Players must deal 4 damage instead of 3 to move the token back. But we only have to unleash twice for 3 turns, starting next turn. So, okay. Definitely you shuffle better.
Yeah. So, I am going to buy...
If you buy 2 charges, you could do your effect.
Ooh, yeah, I'm going to buy 2 charges. So I do my effect.
What is your effect?
I gain 3 more lives. And
Oh, nice.
Graveyard gains 3 lives.
Sweet.
So,
Yeah, these 2 players are definitely better. I can't stress that enough. You must play with these 2 players, no matter what. Okay, so did you draw your cards?
Oh.
Wow, you definitely shuffled way better.
You know
Okay.
it's pure luck.
So I'm going to deal the 2 damage, and I'm going to discard a card to deal 3 damage. We won't move 1 back, but I'm going to hit this one. Okay, and I'm going to prep the spell.
Oh, you hit it, so...
Now we have to hit 4 or higher, thanks to that evil card. Okay, so I'm going to place another glyph carver, or glyph token. I'm going to do the gain a charge. This seems to be our sweet spot that we're buying. Will we put it on that one?
No, this one, because
Okay.
now that we have to hit 3 or more... Actually, no. That is...
You have to hit 4. Oh, yeah.
You just... Yeah, so that would be beneficial.
Okay. And so you gain a charge when you hit that one. And then I'm going to keep these, because they won't do me any good right now.
Hey, you know it's Nemesis.
Yep. Okay, so we Gravehold 2 damage, and we have to unleash twice. But we take one of these power tokens off. So here.
Yeah.
And here. So that was painless. Okay.
Then you have to pull another Nemesis.
Oh, yeah, the evil. Another minion. Wow. Until this one's dead, it reduces 0 to all damage dealt to Mauls. So we can't even do anything to the Mauls until we kill this guy. And it's persistent damage of 2 to any player from next turn out until it dies. So you need to be the one to take the damage, and we need to make sure you get a lot of charges.
Yeah. To heal.
Yeah. Okay. Please don't read any misses.
Okay, so... Let's see. Oh, wow.
Nemesis.
So...
Gravehold suffers 2 damage. You do them in order, actually. We need to leave this one here until...
1, 2?
Yep. No, Gravehold.
Oh.
2 damage. Then... we unleash twice. So we have to move 2 of them. 2 turns. Oh, we didn't have to do anything?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, yeah, it can be the same token. It doesn't have to be 2 different, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, any mall token. Okay, and then any player suffers 2 damage. Evil. And we have to draw another one.
Type a spell in your hand to one
Oh.
of your open or closed breach. Ooh.
What do you do? Oh, nice. Okay. Move any mall token 4 spaces forward.
Hmm.
The Gravehold suffers 7 damage, or any player suffers 4 damage, Gravehold 3.
I'll take 4.
Why? You don't have enough charges. Shouldn't we do the Gravehold?
Well, yeah.
I don't want to get rid of my cards. The other ones get rid of your cards. Okay. I can get 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna buy a charge, or I can buy that card, gain the charge, and put it back. That's what I should do, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna put it, back there, and I get to add. I already have this one in my hand. That's what I had in my hand. I already had that one prepped, right?
Mm-hmm.
I also need to deal 3 damage. I'm going to deal it to this one.
All right.
Because we can't do any damage to the maw until it's gone. And prep that one. And my charge is the Gravehold gains 5 life. So it's back up to 22. And place 2 glyph tokens on top of any card in the supply. Which one?
I'm going to be buying this one, so.
Okay. It's like a Christmas.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I am going to deal 3 damage.
To this guy?
Mm-hmm. So you deal 1 additional damage for discarding. And then I am buying this. This
Okay.
is on top.
So are you going to prep it? You'd prep it, right? Right away?
Yeah.
So right here.
I deal 1 damage for using this.
Oh, and you get to move this.
Yeah. Any ally draws a card.
Okay.
So you get.
So see, you can cast one of your prep spells.
No, I just bought it. You have to have it already in the prep spell. It says you may cast one of your prepped.
Okay.
It wasn't prepped before I bought it. So, gain card that costs 3. Okay, so.
And you gain a charge.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Okay. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6.
Ooh. You buy this one. Do you have another one that?
Oh, wait. First of all, I'm going to kill this thing. Good. And do I have another spell I can prep? Okay.
See, now we can hit the experiment 153.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
So might as well. And I get to put it back. Oh, and I can cast one of my prep spells. Oh wait, let me discard that. could deal 2 damage. So I'm gonna do this, wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Because this one is not that bad.
Oh, you only did 2 damage?
Yeah, we have to do 4 now. Okay, that was my turn.
Okay, you know it's the nemesis.
No.
Okay. So I am going to...
Ooh, you can do 4 damage.
Yep.
Nice.
I am going to do 4 damage here.
We're moving this one back.
Yeah. Sorry, car.
No. No. It's okay.
So I'm going to get rid of this one to do that extra damage.
Okay.
So
Did you remove them?
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's see, 5.
What?
I have 5.
Are you gonna prep a spell?
Oh, yeah.
It's okay. It's just a car. It's just. Shh. It's just a car, baby. It's just a car.
So I am going to...
Ooh, that's a good one. Did you read what it does?
Yeah. So I'm going to get this one. So I have to put this one back on top because I still have that cursed card.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go.
Family nemesis.
Yeah.
Okay, so the power card goes away. This stays though. But we have to unleash twice. So don't want to get rid of my cards. So we kind of have to do this one, the Gravehold suffers 7 damage. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
It's down to 15. Okay, and we're getting low. I need to get her charges. And we have to do another one. Any player suffers 4 damage. Gravehold suffers 3. Any player suffers 6, or you collectively get rid of 8 cards.
I think the 8 cards would be the best
All right.
at this point.
Oh wait, that's not my hand. So we each get rid of 4.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
And is it the nemesis again? Oh, it's me. Okay, so I'm going to do a glyph carver. Which one do you think you would be buying next time?
Nothing, because I'm got 1 card.
Do you want me to put it on the least one?
Yeah.
Gain a charge?
Yeah.
And a card? Oh, we do more damage now on those. When the supply's empty.
Oh,
So those now do 4 damage.
okay.
Okay.
I would get this one since it's only got 1 left.
Oh yeah, because you... Well, never mind. Like 2 for 1.
Plus, it, like you said, it does more damage. Be beneficial to buy that.
No, it's this one that's empty.
Oh. Alright. So I only have 1 card that I could use. Deal 3 damage. Okay, so I do 3 damage.
This or this.
We're doing that.
Okay.
So move
We're
them
down
back.
to 4. No, it has to be 4 or more.
Oh, yeah. So prep that.
Okay.
That's it for me.
Okay, who's next? Nemesis. Okay, 2 damage to the. I need to buy. We're down to 13 on the Gravehold. I need to buy charges because 2, 4.
So great. Oh, did you redo the 2 suffer?
Yeah. Oh,
Did-
wait, I didn't draw the card. Not my turn.
Place this card.
Oh, wait, why was I going? I didn't even draw a card. Or what I was thinking. Okay, unleash twice. Place this card in front of any player. For the rest of the game, when a Nemesis card specifies any player, the player with this card must resolve the effect if possible. When a player with this card becomes exhausted, discard this. So we should do you for sure because of your power. But we still have to unleash twice. So should we do the cards?
Again? This right will never win.
Well, this one is any player suffers 4 damage and the Gravehold suffers 3. This one, the Gravehold suffers 7. We can't really keep hitting the Gravehold. This one, any player suffers 6 damage, and then there's the cards.
I'll take 4.
The Gravehold takes 3, so it's down to 10. And what's the other one? Should I take damage?
So focus your close breach with this lowest. So I could do another.
Should I take 6?
Actually, I don't. Oh. What?
We have to do one more.
Yeah.
Okay. And
See, that's where more players would be beneficial because you could.
right, you have more life to take.
Yeah.
Okay, so this stays there, but it's not doing anything else. Okay, so now we go. It actually is my turn. Don't know why I was going. Okay, so I'm going to buy 2 charges because I need to replenish the Gravehold. Or I could buy a card.
Okay, one. Oh, yeah. You should buy this one because you get it no matter what.
Yeah, and then I get to put it back on something.
I would put on the least amount
Okay,
so you keep charging.
and that's my turn. Oh, I need to put the other charge.
And you only use 2?
No, I bought a card and I bought a charge.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to do 3 damage to this.
No, it's 4 because it's empty.
Oh, yeah, so 4.
Yay, we killed one. And when you kill one, another one moves back. Discard that token and move another token back 2 spaces. That one is the Gravehold suffers 7.
2 spaces?
2.
That's it? Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
It's my turn, so.
So we're down to 3 malls. That's how far we got. We killed one last time. That was as far as we got. This one you gain a charge.
Gain a card that costs up to 6 times. Wow. So I could buy this one and get this one.
Mm.
So I'm buying this one.
Okay. Don't you get that other one?
No. It just goes, didn't go to my hand.
Oh, I see. So who's next? Oh, Nemesis. 2 damage to the Gravehold. So we're down to 8. The Gravehold's down to 8. And we draw another one. Attack. We unleash. So, are we going to... The Gravehold only has 8. If you suffered 4, you would be exhausted. What does that happen? What happens when you're exhausted?
If you're not exhausted, gain 3 life, otherwise, grateful gains.
This one's the cards. We only have to unleash once. But then we also have to move any mall token 3 spaces. So technically we are unleashing twice. Should we do the cards?
Yeah.
Okay, so 4 each.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also need to move 1 3 spaces. We should do the cards again. Don't you agree?
Well, we don't have enough cards.
We each have 1 left. Is that cheating?
Yeah. Because I see. The player clearly discards cards.
Then we move any mall token 3 spaces forward. They're all basically near the end. So you can move another. It says any.
I guess.
So we only have 1 card each.
This might be cheating.
And then you move any mall token 1 space back. That one.
So we don't know if that's cheating or not.
It says any. Okay, so and we already drew the card, so now it's me. Okay. All I can do is deal damage. I deal 4. So we would be able to move a token back.
Mm-hmm.
So which one should we deal damage to? This one?
Yeah. I didn't know we had some already damaged there.
And we move this one back?
Yeah.
Okay. It can't move back anymore once it's on that token. Take my 5 cards. And hopefully it's one of us. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to things I never have enough to open that. Never have enough money or ether. All my damage ones came out, so I can't do anything.
See, my next turn I don't have a card, so I'm just going to stare at the nemesis.
This glyph's pointless. There's only one other one. Put that there. I can't do anything.
Alright. Ooh, my turn. I get to do nothing. I draw my cards. Ooh. 4, 5.
Yeah, you're a better shuffler.
Okay, so
Remember, if you draw by that 3, you gain a charge. Well, technically you can pay 2 for a charge.
dang, I got a lot of damage stuff, but I don't have enough focus on it. Okay, so I'm gonna buy it, but then I also lose 1.
I have too many damage cards.
So I gain 2 charges. So I took 1 damage and lost a heart. So that's the one I bought. Once I use. And these are my cards left.
Okay, I'm going to deal 4 damage. So, this guy?
Mm-hmm.
That one we can't move back. Do you move anyone back or that one back? That mall token. So we need to do damage on a different one.
This one probably.
Yeah. So, 4 damage. And I'm going to prep that one. And I'll put the glyph token on this one.
Mm-hmm. So, how many we have left? Oh, I think the last 2 are Nemesis.
Okay. Wish you saved them for the last. So 2 damage. Ooh, down to 6. I'm trying to get my charges out, but I'm not. Okay, power. Power 2. You have to spend 8 to get rid of it. Unleash 3 times starting next time, or any player suffers 6 damage. Okay. So 2 more damage. I'm about to lose.
Okay, I suffered the 6 damage.
And okay.
So I get all my. All this goes
We can
away, huh?
unleash 3 times.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's these.
So when you're exhausted, what all happens
I
again?
think I lose my.
You lose your spell, and you lose a breach, open breach. It's just pure evilness.
That's gone. So yeah, we pretty much lost. Maybe we'll continue just for entertainment.
And we still have to unleash twice. It wasn't worth you exhausting.
Okay.
It's not worth it.
So I have 3.
So you have to unleash 3 times and take this power token off. So,
Alright, so I take this back.
1. The grave hold can't suffer any more damage.
So I have 3 hearts.
We need to get rid of 8 cards collectively. We gotta do it again. That will kill us. That will exhaust you and kill the... I think we should just get rid of all of our cards, and that'll be the 3rd time.
Alright.
Do you agree?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's cheating, but... This is hard. This game is so hard.
Yeah, I think it's more, the more people you have, the more beneficial.
We thought about playing 2 characters each to see if we could do it with all 4 characters. But since it's on the video, we decided we would just do the 2 players. Okay, I can't do anything, but... Oh, wait, I can deal damage. So I'm going to deal it to this one. It's 4 damage, and it moves back 1. Okay, so we either unleash 3 times, or someone takes 6 damage. And this is one of our unleashes. We'll get rid of our cards.
I have no cards, so...
4. And we gotta do it again. Pretty much need to do that same one. Again, I don't know if that's... This one, the grave hold... Oh, wow. The grave holds down to 2.
We lost.
Our days are numbered. I haven't been able to get charges. Is that the nemesis again?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're dead.
So that's how quick you lose in this game.
Either we really suck, which is feasible, or it's just really a hard game. We're not very good at... We don't have luck at cooperative games.
I don't think it's that we're bad at it. I think it's that it's a numbers game. I think the more players you have, like I said, the more you can spread out the hits.
Yeah.
And so I think with 2 players, it's nearly impossible.
Yeah, I agree.
So
I would suggest, if there's only 2 of you, playing 2 characters each, because it's like because it's a cooperative game. You're not playing against each other. So to me, that would make sense, and it would make it more fun, because it is fun, and we were having fun, but it's kind of like you don't have a chance.
yeah.
So, but if we had those other 2 players, definitely, it would be a whole different game.
Yeah, so when we play again with our son, we'll probably have us 3 and probably a ghost player that we're using, and then see if we can beat it. So
yeah, but definitely, it's definitely a replayable game. It's definitely, if you like co-op games and this type of game where it's you against the game, and you do get a big bang for your buck, because it's 5 stories. Was it 5?
Yeah. Yep.
And so there's 5 different stories you're playing through, and then there's expansions that add more characters, I think, right?
Yeah.
So we've got the 2 expansions, so we're definitely invested into this game. So it was worth spending the hour and a half to learn it before we even started playing, because And you could tell we're still learning things as we go. And that's this type of game is. There's always new things unfolding with the cards. So that makes it, to me, more replayable, because if you knew everything and it was just repetitive, it wouldn't be fun. So and you just, as your brain opens up more too, you digest more. So we were able to kind of figure more out again. And next time it'll be even more when we're playing with our son. It'll be even better.
And we'll probably get further. I notice as we do it more and more, I notice we're getting further and further to being in it.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. Hopefully we weren't doing it wrong. It does say you can pick any mall token. So maybe we were cheating by picking that same one twice, but the game would have been over quicker if we had chose the other mall token. So it was basically just buying time. But yeah, I don't know if we were doing that correctly, but you can comment if we do. It's a big game, so I wouldn't be surprised if we were doing a few things wrong. But we will put the product link in the description if you want to check out this game for yourself. It's a very highly rated game, so definitely it's probably one you want to, if you're a true gamer, you probably want to have this in your collection. And as always, please support us by liking and subscribing, and if you hit the little bell, you'll actually see when we post videos, they'll pop up in your feed, because we post quite a bit. We probably post 7 to 8 videos a week, don't we, with all the different types. So we would love it if you guys would support us by doing that, and we look forward to seeing you next time.